Fuck, this is hard to run and talk. I'll start this off by saying I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I decided to document the next 2 weeks as a lead up to a few things. One is I signed up for a half marathon. I kind of suck at holding a camera and running. Fuck, where do I start? Well, if I said everything, this video would be 60 minutes long of me talking at the camera. So I'm documenting 2 weeks leading up to this half marathon that I signed up for, and my upcoming Rideau Trail through hike. I will not preface this by saying do as I say, not as I do. I will just say don't do as I do, and don't take my words as advice, because I'm dumb and sweaty and the bugs are biting. It's not cold out, I mean it's not hot out, but it's very moist.
Speaking moistly.
It's cloudy and overcast, and it rained yesterday, and it probably rained overnight, I'm not sure. It's moist. So this is my last long run before the half. I'm still doing my run streak, and I think today is somewhere around day 90. So when I do my half, it's like day 10 something. I'm sweaty. That is halfway. I'm at 13 kilometers. And I don't know if you can see that over there, but there's a zoo. We're gonna stop and, give Penny some water and try not to get eaten. Didn't pull my camera out. That last 10K was a slog. I think I have a nasty blister on one of my big toes, and I also think that it popped a little while ago, and it's pretty painful. It was just a slog. That was hard. Want to know what I bring to run 26-ish kilometers? Well, the vest, which I fucking hate wearing. This is a bottle of water I brought for myself. There's still some water in there, and that is a fraction of what I should be drinking to run that far. Obviously my car key. Insulin, because without insulin I could die. And there's lots of things that cause high blood sugar, including mental stress, emotional stress, physical stress, dehydration, which I am very dehydrated. Even though running often lowers the blood sugar, there's a lot of reasons for it to go high while running. And running with high blood sugar is really difficult, just as much as running with low blood sugar is really difficult. My charging case for my AirPods, earbuds, whatever you want to call them. What's in here? We have Penny's bowl. And then we have the bottle of water that Penny drank, and she drank the whole thing. So she did better than I did, and she is a tiny little dog. In here we have a doggy poo bag, but there is some paper towel in there for me in case I take a bush shit, which is often. Plus, it doubles as a waterproof bag if I want to put my earbuds in it. Then we have a tube of glucose tablets, which is necessary. I did not use my glucose tablets today. I had 2 kind of minor lows, but I just had a couple packs of gummy candies. So I ran 26 kilometers and I had a banana this morning, and that's all the food I had. A banana and 2 of these for low blood sugar. Do not do as I do. Here's more just in case emergency. More just in case emergency. I'm diabetic, what do you expect? More just in case emergency / like actual running nutrition that I didn't use and have rarely used, and a Larabar, which I probably should have eaten, but I didn't because I suck at hydrating and fueling on runs. And just in case you worry about Penny, Penny is a running dog. Penny loves to run. She can run far. It doesn't hurt her. And on or after long run days, I don't normally run her, so she'll get a break for a couple days. She won't go out because I know she's tired, although she's still laying here awake wanting pets. And in my own post-run recovery, I am sitting here, well, trying to work, but my brain is a little fuzzy. First off, we have coffee, which is a necessary evil because I feel destroyed from that run. I'm trying to drink a bunch of water, drink my coffee. Stomach has not quite been settled enough to eat. It's been a few hours and I still haven't eaten, but I know that probably later today I'm going to start feeling ravenous and I'll get my nutrition in then. I think what's more important right now is hydration, because I started that run dehydrated. I didn't drink anything. I fucked that shit up pretty bad, and now I'm paying the price. But at least I'm showered. So my last long run on Sunday was 14 days out, and I think I ended the video saying, oh, I'm sure my appetite will come back later that day. Well, it never did. In fact, I went the entire day after that feeling terrible, nauseous, and I really didn't eat anything. And then the next day, yesterday, was Monday, which was 13 days out, and I was still struggling to get my stomach back online, and I felt better by the end of the day and I was able to eat normally, but that long run fucked me up. Yesterday I did a 5K. It was supposed to be an easy 5K, but it wasn't because I don't really know how to run very easily. I know how to run, but not easy. But I also went for a little inline skate with Ryan, which I'll put it in here somewhere. So today would be 12 days out, and today we're back to running with Penny because Penny is a little bit of a firecracker and she's got a lot of energy, so she can use a run. Even just something easy. I don't know how easy it's gonna be. I don't know what we're gonna do tonight. But to say she's ready is an understatement. Penny's ready. Well, that was 7K, and I definitely ran it way faster than I thought I would. But I don't know, it just felt okay. Honestly, like, I'm not one that normally struggles with motivation to get out because I enjoy running. I love to run. It's probably the highlight of most of my days. But today was a long day. Rather than sitting at my desk all day upstairs, I was measuring back-to-back houses, and you wouldn't think that it's strenuous, and it really isn't, but it's quite mentally draining, and you're basically on your feet all day, but concentrating the whole time. So by the time I got home this evening after getting stuck in rush hour traffic, I didn't want to go out today. I was almost nodding off at my desk, so I couldn't really work. And I had to get my run in, so I thought, oh, I'm just going to drag my ass out the door. And it happened to be one of those beautiful evenings. The weather is just gorgeous, despite my, the fact that I'm dripping in sweat. But it felt okay. It felt really good, actually. And 2 days ago, I ran 26K. Yesterday, I ran 5. And yesterday, my legs didn't really feel that sore or that tired. I was just like stomach-wise and physically kind of undernourished and underhydrated and tired. But anyway, I'm glad I went out, and that was a very lovely 7-kilometer run that felt like a fucking walk in the park, but yet it was way faster than I ever run for anything. So I just went with it, went with the flow. So I'm not feeling it again today. Just kind of feel like crap. Stressed out with work. Don't really want to run. I'm sure I'll feel better after. And I'm doing today what I call a naked run. Not really naked, because that's kind of fucking weird, but naked as in I am not bringing my phone. And my phone is what I use to check my blood sugar. It's also what I use for music, so I'm gonna run without music, no hat. Hat is important. Hat is like my go-to. The only things I have to bring or am bringing is a house key and my glucose tablets, of course, always, because death is imminent as a type 1 diabetic. Death could be around every single corner, and these nasty ass sugar tablets might save my life, and they do save my life. It's actually kind of cold out. Also part of the naked run is not even sunglasses. I don't know if you can tell. It was kind of nighttime. It's 8 o'clock. I had a brutal day of work and was driving home from like an hour and a half away. And this was the only time today I could do this. I'm not against running at night. In the winter, I run in the dark. Anyway, 10 days out. I took a video clip at the end of my run last night, but due to technical difficulties or user error, what I said at the end of that run was, that was fucking terrible. That run was really, really bad. I felt nauseous. I felt sick, which is the same thing. And I just barely ran 5K. As soon as that watch clicked over, I turned it off and walked the rest of the way home, which is not something I normally do. I look forward to my runs almost every day. So today, the next day, this is now, what did I say? 10, today would be 10 days out? I don't know. Yesterday, I don't remember. I think when I go for my run this evening, I will tell you where we're at. And I haven't gone for my run yet today because I still feel like shit. And I haven't eaten since yesterday, and I didn't sleep last night. I had 4 low blood sugars in the middle of the night, and I don't feel good today. Still gonna run though. I don't like taking walk breaks, but my blood sugar is very, very low. Today is 7 days out. So Sunday today, next Sunday is the half marathon. And I'm having a shoe issue. Not in a bad way. These are my 2 pairs of shoes that I've been running a lot in. They have about 800 kilometers on them. These don't fit very well. They're a little snug, so I use these as my short distance shoe, and I use these as my longer distance shoe, but they're both pretty worn. And these are quite minimal. They're not thick or padded. In fact, they're probably a little too minimal to be a distance shoe, but the only reason they are a distance shoe is because they fit. These ones, when I wear them for long periods of time, they're too small, so I get bruised toenails all the time. But I'm too much of a cheapskate to get rid of them, so I've been using them for a while. And then yesterday I went out and I bought 2 more pairs, because with the amount that I run on a weekly basis, I like to have 2 pairs that I can rotate. I like to have a pair that I use for shorter distance and a pair that I use for longer distance. And they're all ultras. And they're all 4 of them are different models. These 2 that I just purchased yesterday, I've never run in before. This is my 3rd pair of this one. Whether or not you or future me gives a shit, these are the Ultra Escalantes. So 3rd pair of Escalantes. This is my 1st pair of Riveras. These are the Torins, and these are the Paradigms. And I don't really fucking know the difference between any of them, other than both of these are a little bit thicker padded, and I can't decide which pair I'm gonna run next weekend in. So I think most likely these ones. They're slightly more padded, and I have been noticing on my runs lately, I've been getting a little bit of foot pain in the ball of my foot, just because my shoes are so worn out and kind of minimal. So today I have to decide which pair I'm going to try. Obviously, if I plan to run it in these, then I'm gonna do a run today in these. I fucking hate the first run in new shoes. Not only are they just disgustingly stark white and just blaringly obvious that they're brand new shoes, they usually don't feel so good the first run. So today I am planning on running some sort of easy 5K. or trying to run easy 5K in new shoes. They feel really light and bouncy, but also very awkward. New shoes, awkward, but they feel very weird. Not weird bad, weird good. I think what's happening is that my gains, my improvements are such that I don't really know what my baseline is anymore. And it has come to surprise me that my baseline is probably faster than I give myself credit for, because I keep finding myself in this situation. Do I like the shoes? Yes and no. I like the shoes because they are comfortable. I don't like the shoes because they're new. And what I wasn't expecting was like abrasion pain on the underside of my foot. Like it feels like my whole bottom of my foot is a hot spot. And that's probably just from the fact that they're new. The insoles are fresh and not worked in and maybe a little bit abrasive. So I will do all my runs this week in these shoes, and all my runs are supposed to be short-ish, slow-ish. Six days out. I only got that one clip. I sprinted the last couple K. I don't know why. The shoes felt good. I felt good. Now I don't. Days out, and I am I just drooled, forcing myself to run slow. Really have to look at my watch. It is way easier to run harder. Today might be 4 days out from the half, but there's another special day. It is day 100 of my run streak, and I'm pretty darn proud of that. I would love to go for a long run like 10K or more, but it's 4 days out. It's a shame. I feel so good today, and I don't want to hold back. Stopped to walk a bit so I could talk to you. Feel weird. Feel like everybody's staring at me, but nobody's around. Yesterday I thought it was day 4. 4 days out. Apparently yesterday was 3 days out. So today is 2 days out. So the day after tomorrow is the race. I have one more run to do, and then I race. And also, because yesterday was day 100 of my run streak, I'm gonna put stats in here. Not that anybody cares, except me, future me. I'm gonna put in my my average kilometers per day, my total kilometers, average paces, whatever I can think of, including whether or not the run was successful or not. And I base that on whether or not I shit my pants, almost shit my pants, or have to shit in an alley. You'd be surprised at how often it happens. One day out. Am I wearing the same clothes as yesterday? Well, yes. Yes, I am. When you run every day, you do a lot of laundry. And when the weather's not that hot, save yourself a running outfit. Does it smell? A little bit. Who cares? I didn't have much to say on that one. In fact, I had my earbuds in, but nothing was playing. I was listening to silence. I was just kind of weirded out by the fact that I'm running a half tomorrow. Not that I haven't run many halves before, but just a lot of thinking today. Well, here we are, and the sun is rising. This won't stay there. And there was no way I was pulling out the camera. I'm sure. Can you see that I've got bags under my eyes? I'm tired. This is coffee number 2. And I'm here. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for a little bit. I am number 2110. Not that that means very much. And this is actually kind of a small race. I was surprised at how few people were on the roster in there. But I don't really care. I'm not racing against anybody. I'm racing against myself. And I do have a few time goals in mind. Nothing that is going to win any medals, that is absolutely for sure. But I am racing against myself. I've run I think 7 half marathons in my life. I've run 4 30K races, 1 marathon, and lots of 5 and 10Ks. So this isn't new for me. And I'm kind of not really into paying money to run races because I run 20 plus kilometers on my own all the time. A lot of weekends, that's what I do. And I don't need any support. I don't need motivation. I don't need water stations. I don't need bananas and just another fucking lame, crappy tech t-shirt, which that one's kind of shitty, but I don't need any of that. I don't need to pay for that. What I'm paying for is the opportunity to see what my abilities can do compared to my previous half marathon times. It's different when you're in a race atmosphere and you're running around a bunch of other people that are all out for the same goal, and you're racing against a literal clock. You know, this back here is a timing chip. And I'm not dealing with nearly getting hit by cars or stopping for my dog to go pee or stopping for
traffic lights and street corners. Like, it's kind of a free-for-all of like open road. Nobody's gonna stop me. So it gives you the opportunity to kind of push yourself, run your best time without any distractions. Would I like to have Penny here? Absolutely. Penny has done so much running with me. She's done all my training, and yet I'm not about to bring her to a race, so that's not possible. The sun is getting bright in my face. It is supposed to be a fucking beautiful day. It's like, I think the highest 20, 22. It's supposed to be sunshine, no clouds, no rain, no nothing. And I do really like this race because it's not an out and back, it's a loop. And it traverses through a bunch of vineyards. How cool is that? Like, the area is gorgeous. And the Bruce Trail is right there. I have hiked past this winery a few times. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I'm also quite nervous. There's a lot of things that you hope will fall in line when you step up to do a challenge like this. For me, I'm hoping that my blood sugars play nice and that I've set myself up for success with blood sugars. I don't have any crazy highs and I don't have any crazy lows. I'm not changing anything other than my normal. I've had a banana this morning, and that might be all that I have before the race starts, and it starts in about an hour. And that's fine because I'm used to running 20 kilometers on very little fuel. All I'm going to do is carry my sugar with me just in case of emergencies. But the other things that you hope will fall in line for me is my bowels, because I often have a problem with pooping while running. That's no lie. I'm not ashamed of that. Well, I am ashamed of that. But it's a fucking fact of life as somebody who loves to run and has a bit of a problem with it. And then the other thing that I'm hoping is that I had a whole bunch of cramps last night and yesterday, and I'm hoping that my cycle doesn't start today, but there's a good chance it will. It's 8 days early, 7 days early now, but that is another way of life. So let's hope the blood sugars cooperate, the bowels cooperate, and my cycle cooperates. And otherwise, as my friend Melissa says, it all depends on which Scully shows up today as far as how successful this is. So I'm sure that I won't get any footage, maybe a little bit while running, but I'm probably going to be in a great deal of discomfort for the entire duration. If I am in discomfort, then I am doing it right. So I'll see you before and I'll see you after.
Okay, so we're 9 minutes away.
Well, that was interesting. 15 minutes before the race, my stomach was like, go to the bathroom. And then I had like a slight blood sugar crash right before the race, so I consumed probably too many glucose tablets. And then at 8K in, I decided to check my blood sugar and it was just soaring through the roof. So for a couple of kilometers, I kind of didn't feel all that great. But I finished and I accomplished my goal, which was, my first goal was sub 6 minute average pace. My second goal was sub 2 hours, and I finished in 1:57 something. So I'm pretty fucking stoked about that. Although I haven't run a half marathon in a number of years, my fastest half marathon I think was like 2 hours and 13 minutes, and that was in 2007, I think.
a long time ago. Like, I was 27. I'm 43 right now. And according to the stats, I think I got second place in my age group, which is fucking crazy. First place winner, first place loser. It's not, I'm excited about that, yes, but it's not that exciting because the field is not very big. This is a small race, so maybe I will go do that now. So being that I was an age group placer, I just got a second one. They're both exactly the same. I'm guessing the first and third were maybe a different color, but second place is silver, so it's the same color. And I got a wine glass, and I don't drink, but it'll make a good water cup. Yeah. I mean, it was a small field. I think I was 11th female overall, 42nd finisher overall, and second in my age group. And my age group was only, what was it, 6 or 7 people big, so odds are in my favor that I'm actually gonna place.
Okay, so I'm home, drinking coffee, showered, and I still have a bit of a chill. It was not sunny out there like I said it was going to be. It was kind of cloudy and overcast once the race started, and that wasn't a big deal because there was some pretty crazy gusts of wind, but it helped like keep me anyway, from not sweating my face off. So I appreciated that. It was the perfect temperature for that kind of a race, that without the heat causing like blisters and hot spots. It was awesome. And I had my crotch loaded with Vaseline so that I wouldn't chafe, but otherwise it was good. And I just want to end this video, but I have to reflect on it because the journey of this 2 weeks of running video is now over, and I'm looking forward to not filming every single one of my runs because my run streak is not ending. It's going to keep going probably until I get injured, let's be honest, because that's what happened last time. But fingers crossed, knock on wood, whatever hoogie doogie woogie thing you think of. Hopefully I won't get injured again, but such is the name of the game when you do sports. So in my reflections, I just wanted to say, again, don't do as I do, nor do as I say. Leading up to this half, I'm used to running on like an empty stomach and dehydrated, which is not recommended. So I had a banana before the half and probably too many glucose tablets, but I was afraid of my blood sugar tanking. So I started the run on 2 coffees, 2 black coffees, a banana, and I think 7 or 8 glucose tablets. That's what I started it on. And I didn't stop to walk for the entire race. I didn't take any of the water at the aid stations. I didn't take any food or nutrition, mostly because my blood sugar was high, and for a moment I thought, oh fuck, like I don't even have insulin on me, but that wasn't part of the plan. I'm like, I'm just gonna run through it. I was feeling a little crummy for a little while when my blood sugar was spiking up, but I just kept thinking, well, if I just keep running, eventually it's gonna come down, and it came down a little bit. I haven't been able to eat since the race. Oh no, that's not true. I lied. I did have a banana on my way home. Just kind of waiting for my blood sugar to stabilize. This race didn't make me nauseous like a lot of events do. I think I held back just enough, but maybe a little too much. I haven't pushed my body like this in years. When I was looking at the stats here, The last half marathon I ran was the Illinois half in 2012. And that was I think that was a kind of a PR. It was a 2:15, which is not great. My paces are not like elite amazing status, but it's been 13 years. It's been 13 years since I officially ran some sort of a sanctioned half, and I did it in 1:57 with an average pace of 5 minutes and 38, I think, per kilometer. And for me, in the grand scheme of things, I have been running for most of my life. At least 20 years on and off. I stopped running when I started cycling competitively because that was taking up all my time. And I stopped running on and off whether I was just overworked or I was dealing with my back-to-back frozen shoulders. So I've been running for a very long time, and it wasn't until this past few years that my performance was getting better, which doesn't make any sense. As you get older, it should be slowing down. Things should be slowing down, but as I'm getting older, my running performance has been increasing drastically. I used to never be able to run barely even 1 kilometer at a sub 6-minute pace. And a 6-minute pace is probably average. But now I'm holding a 5:38 for 21.1 kilometers. And now I'm really just left going, what else can I do? I'm very proud of that compared to the kind of running that I used to do. So I don't know what's next, but my running's going to keep on going, and maybe I'll sign up for another half in the future and see where I compare at that point to today's me, because I'm only ever racing against me. That's it. The last part I'm going to say is that I was supposed to start the Rideau Trail. I was supposed to do a Rideau Trail through hike, and it was supposed to start tomorrow. And both Ryan and myself have had to cancel our upcoming trips. He was going to go do a trip while I was on the trail, and he was going to pick me up after. And we were going to do Thanksgiving together, Canadian Thanksgiving. So we canceled that because of a pretty serious incident that happened with one of our dogs, and she is a lot injured right now, and we don't know what her prognosis is going to be. So we've canceled that for obvious reasons. Am I bummed about it? Fuck yeah. I was really looking forward to this hike. And more specifically, I was looking forward to this hike at this time of year, at the end of September. It was going to be beautiful. I don't like heat and I don't like bugs. And I can't tolerate cold. So that kind of leaves me a very small window of opportunity to do backpacking trips. Can I reschedule it? Yeah. I'm going to think about rescheduling it in the spring, but I was really looking forward to the fall weather, the fall colors. And, if I reschedule it, it won't be until either the spring or a year from now. And that's too big for me to swallow, thinking about, I have to wait another year to do this. So that's all I'm going to say. Hoping for the best on our dog's recovery. What happened to her is unfortunate and random at best. So we need to focus on getting our dog back up and moving, and putting all of our effort into that for the moment. And our trips that were selfishly for ourselves will just have to be rescheduled. So that's the end for now. Who knows what's next?